Bed is pretty well shot. All right, we got the bed off the 96 F250, and you can see there's some of that goofy rust. There was a heat shield running down through here, and it was just sheet metal went down through there and up on that last piece right over there. Well, it rusted out. So even though the bed looks beautiful on the top side, I got to work on this bottom side so that it doesn't totally fall apart on me. This is pretty decent. I gotta fix the dent here, push this all back out, make this straight across here again. And you can see it's not straight. You can see it bulges out. These bed sides are coming off, but the inner panel of this is going to stay on, so I'll be drilling this out and peeling the bed side off. On both sides. If any of these cross members are bad, I have to repair them or replace them. Yeah, I was getting ready to. I think there's a hole starting right there. Yeah, gotta get a lot of this. Be nice to sandblast it if I could. Well, we're working on getting all the spot welds done. These are all busted loose. All I have to do is go along the top here now, and each one of these sides will just peel off that 96 F250 bed, and then we will finish sitting this thing down and doing a trial fit. I know 2 bolt holes in the front do not line up. The front of this bed area on the chassis actually narrows in and goes to 33 inches on center of the 2 front bed bolts. This bed here has 35 inches on center of the 2 front bed bolts, so we will put that in there and see what it is that I decide to do to make it work. So I still got some rust proofing to do. But all in all, this bed is 1,000 times better than the old one. Here's all the stuff in the front that I've drilled out. You can actually see the bed side is totally separated. So anyway, there was a dent in this piece, and I worked it out hillbilly style, so it don't look beautiful, but it don't look bad. There you go, you can see it right there. Thanks to my neighbor, he helps me lift this heavy stuff. About 2 of them actually. I got 2 neighbors that'll help me lift it. Yeah, pretty neat. Let's see. Yeah, there's no welds on the top. That's good. Yeah, all the welds are the ones in here now. I just gotta go locate them drill them out. You can probably see some of them. There's one right there. All right, till later. I've been working hard in this hot sun. I drilled all the spot welds out on the driver's side of this bed, hoping to get it off, and I got it off, so I'll show it to you. And you got to be real patient. This is what it looks like inside, the part you never see. This bed's got a few years left in it, but there's a little rust here and there. I'll show you the bedside. If you get all your spot welds drilled nice, this comes off really nice. A guy could weld a patch panel into that and use, sorry about that upside down stuff. I could use this if he welded a new patch panel in here. Got that straightened out. You can see no real major damage. You just got to get the spot welds drilled out. We have drilled out this bedside all the way down. Made a cut here all the way. I'm getting ready to take this inside piece out if I don't have anything else hanging on. I got a sick kitty cat, and her brother was beating up on her. Yep, he's beating up on you, wasn't he? Well, I've got the skin hanging on there, and there's parts that need worked on. So this here is probably a little too deep, and this being the original here, I may cut this, cut it down in here, and measure out and cut this one off, and then butt weld it. That way this can go back to its original location. Right now it's a bit of a stretch to put that over there, and it's not mating up down here very well, so because this wants to stay in, it'll have to come out and go around that. I might give it a try just to see if it's going to work, but there really ain't that much difference in that area. This area right here. Be nice if it set down on there. I'm not holding my breath too much, but just so you guys can see that. I'm going to try to keep original bedsides on this truck. Mainly for looks. Till I decide to really get down to the nitty gritty and do some major body work. I will do major body work down here. This is really bad. You see what I'm working with here. I got a little bit of, I gotta maybe add some metal here. I just gotta figure out what these distances are. Figure out what those distances are right in there to get that bed skin set on there right. Obviously this needs to come down just a little squeezing. I think the bedside needs to slide this way a little. Get all that made up down inside of there. It's very hard to film and look at the stuff at the same time. You can see the pockets though, they're in the same spots. Need to find a good gas cap for this. Yeah, lots of damage down on the farm. I think they took this to the high school. I think they just slathered it with Bondo and sanded it off so they could shoot paint. And that way they could get a grade in agro-mechanics, body shop and all that stuff. I never actually took those classes. I took the welding in the machine shop. But that green will look weird in there until I give it some primer. I've still got lots more to do. For now, we'll see you later. Sorry, I should speak louder. A sharp edge really helps. Sharp drill bits really help. So let's go back to the small one. I like to feel behind where the spot weld is to see if I can tell where I call it a spatter. It's where the metal is squeezed and pushed out around where the electrodes are for your pinch welds, spot welds. So spatter shoots out around the edge of where it's really holding tight. I try to find that, and then I try to line it up with my finger and use my best judgment and hope that my drill bit don't walk. I'm gonna try this. I think I hit this one in the middle. And I did. That one popped. You might have heard that crisp cracking sound. What that means is this metal separated from the interior metal. So that was a good one. And this ain't comfortable anymore because I'm not 20 years old anymore. So there's about 30 to 35 spot welds. See, they just get monotonous. So what I'm going to do is cut away and come back to it when I'm ready to pop this panel off. There she goes. There's both bedsides laying there. And let's look at this. Not too bad in here. All this stuff I can treat. Hopefully make it last longer. I really had to beat on that thing. Let's see if you can see that better. This thing right here, it's all turned in. It's just a tab, I can make it work. This here's got to be removed. It was so bad. Like I said, this is the 96. This is the 96. It's so bad, it's got major. I just pounded these rot holes in. They're paper thin. Stuff is, can you see that? Pushing it with the thumb. Alright, I'm going to turn you off and work on this outside piece. And there's been a pause in working on this from the time I removed that bedside and hung the other one on there, which you probably haven't seen. So it's just hanging there. That one over there is just hanging there. And the other day we put this bed cover in to help just protect the newer bed for now. Still has the newer tailgate on it. Original bumper, original bedsides to this old truck. But what we're doing today is working on these goofy rims. It's cold out, but it's nice out. So these are 16.5s, and I don't want 16.5s. I've got 16-inch rims. I have 4, actually 5, but that one won't hold air, so I'm going to be taking it off. Figure out why it won't hold air. Probably got a rusty bead. And I'll show you how bad these rusty beads are. There's a wheel right there with 3 rusty beads on it. Yeah, if it'll focus, yeah, that looks pretty bad. I'm hoping those will hold tires. Then we come over here. I'm slipping and sliding in the mud. I have one Ford rim. It has kind of a bumpy high-low surface here. That's how I identify a Ford 8-lug rim on the older ones. I'm sure the aluminum ones don't look anything like that, but that's probably from the 80s. And then I have this rim, which I have not tried on there, and it is not bumpy. It's smooth. It's the same size, same height all the way around. So these are the markings on it. Those are the markings. I don't know if this is General Motors or Dodge, but we're going to try it on that Dana 60, see if it'll fit. And if it does, I'll slap one of them old tires on it and get this truck suspended. So I'm going to cut away and we're going to get to work. Yeah, we're going to see if this rim fits. Nope, she don't fit. So, can't use this one. I was having focus problems. So, let's look. Okay, this is a spare takeoff that was never used. I'm not going to use that one right now. So when I bought these tires, they were used, and that one had a patch in it. Thing held a long time. This tire here got cut by a little thorny piece of wood out in the briar patch. And so these tires are just going on to hold this thing up. You can see that one right there. She's getting ready to give up the casing on this one. Alright. Had to grind this rim and paint the inside of the bead to make it hold air. I still don't know if it's going to hold it for good, but it's not bubbling. And it's not bubbling there, so I got 2 good air duct tires on here now. Sorry about the air compressor running. I should have turned that off, but I'm running out of daylight. And this will be the end of this video on replacing the bed. I don't have any welding done on it. That'll get done in the spring when it's a little nicer out. So we're gonna hammer these things on here, and that'll be the end of it. Please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate all the help I can get. I'm trying to get to No Name Nationals next year. I need 500 plus subscribers. I'm at about 109 right now.